necklace or nothing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Got him.
I got on 3 shirts, and here come the lady next door line. There's no support. There's literally no support in these shoes. And I'm like, who told him to buy my jewelry? They looking bad, right? No offense. No offense.
I'm fasting. I'm sitting in a hammock.
It's him that came back home.
Morning, happy Saturday. I'm headed to a dance lesson. My car wouldn't start this morning. Apparently I left my lights on. I took my son like somewhere in the rain. It was like raining real bad. I forgot to turn my lights back off, and I guess my battery died. So my husband had to give me a jump, and he gave me his thing because he has this thing where you don't have to have another car to jump you, and he said it's like $20. So I need to get me one. Our son is probably about to be on the road within the year, and so we need to get him one. Sure, everybody needs to have it. I don't know, I got a job. I was about to show y'all, but you know, I got a job. So yeah, I'm gonna be a tad bit late, but I'm on the way. Mecca, I'm on the way, and it's not gonna be I'm not gonna be that late. Now let's see if I can resist the urge to tell her that all of this happened, because I be like trying to, I don't like doing that, being like, I had this go on and this is why I'm late. I don't like to do all that. So hopefully I can resist that urge to do all that and just come in and be like, hey, yeah, you know, and move on, honey, because I don't like giving all that backstory. It's like, I'm gonna go to this dance lesson. In the like sign up, she asked, what do you want to work on? What's your goal for the session? I put in there that I really don't have like a goal as far as a technique or anything that I want to work on. I just want to be in my body and have a good time, you know. So I'm open to whatever she wants to do. It's fine with me, because I just, of course, I don't take that practice. I have a playful way about it, and I'm so thankful that due to my age and things like that, I mean, at one point I used to be a very competitive person, and you know, want to be better than people type of thing. But you know, I'm doing it just to have fun. Do I want to get better? Sure, yes, absolutely. But am I trying to like be the best? No. Am I trying to live in what fully that art form looks like to me? Absolutely. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a little skating practice after that, because I don't want to, skating lessons are at 11:30, and I really want to be back home before 11:30. Kevin wants to go to Good Feet, or he made us an appointment to go to Good Feet, the store where they get you they do something with your feet to find out what kind of shoes you're supposed to wear. And I don't really care. I don't really have a shoe preference for real. That's a lot. I like flat shoes, like foam runners and stuff like that. That's just not foam runners, that's a brand now, but a foam, like just like a cloud. Adidas and Nike both have like this cloud technology where it's like not a lot of base. I don't like a hard base. I like it to be more, I like for my foot to be flat and more in touch with the ground, because I do have an arch, so I don't need like a lot of arch support. I want to go and see what that's about. Like, they're gonna put my feet on the thing and look at my gait or measure my gait, and I can see like what they think of what kind of shoe I'm supposed to wear. And I am interested to see what kind of shoe my feet, or they say I should be wearing, versus what I prefer, to see if that's the same, you know. And I might be willing to try out what they say, maybe.
Yes. Oh, you like it like that?
No, you see, you don't know the organic.
What? See, you know what?
Throw stuff together, baby.
But you know what? That's perfect, because it's kind of like, you know what though? I like that, because it's not the main character to me. Like, I don't be, and it's not like I'm doing it for the aesthetic of that. I'm literally doing it because that's the only way I can stand to do it, because I cannot be controlled by, oh, I'm trying to get
The perfect angle.
so I be like, you get what you get.
No, and that's
This is what I was doing,
and that is a great way, and that's a abundant way to do content.
I was trying to come out here and skate, but I'm just not ready for this, honey. I'm not ready for this outside stuff. It's too hilly and everything like that. But he seems to be, you know, doing his thing. Whatever. I'm gonna just go ahead and go to a skating rink and, you know, do a little practicing. Everybody at their own level and on their own timeline. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to up. Whatever. I ain't jealous or nothing. Ooh, got him. Beautiful finish.
I'm gonna have to do the reflection as part of my weekly reset today.
Good morning. This is Monday, and I have decided that I'm gonna do another 36-hour fast. I haven't fasted for 36 hours since January. It's March, the end of March almost, I guess. I'm having but today, like I always say, fast start the day before the fast. Like, your success or cravings that you're gonna have while fasting are mostly dependent on what you do before the fast. So trying to give myself good things today to make my fast a little more enjoyable, a little more successful tomorrow. This is just a protein shake. It has protein powder, creatine, chia seeds, spinach, collagen, and 1/3 of a banana. Having that now. I just finished my workout. It was like a powerlifting workout. So a couple heavy sets of squats, couple heavy sets of deadlifts, and I spammed some light hip thrusts because I wanted to. That's that. I'll talk back at you. This meal is it's 10 o'clock. That smoothie didn't really do it for me, and it's like 3 hours later. Lunch is 2 hours away. So I'm gonna make a half a burrito, you feel me? So I have half of a burrito with some chicken. My husband made Chipotle bowls last night, so I have the ingredients for that: chicken, rice, fajita, cheese. I'm gonna put some sour cream on there, pico de gallo. I think I'm rinsing it down, you know. I'll put a little bit more of that. It's 32 degrees outside. I really wanted to run today because I'm off today. I have plans to fast tomorrow, and I'm not gonna do it tomorrow. So I put on my clothes that I'm gonna wear out there. I'm gonna put a sweater over this, and I'm just planning to go. But before I go, I wanted to make a juice. This is a Hamilton Beach juicer. I don't know much about it. I've had it for a while. I used to have, did I have a Jack LaLanne or something? I don't know. I have to look at the old videos that I have privated. I used to have a different one. This one is definitely more compact, but I've had this one for years. Yeah, at least 7 years. But yeah, since I've been here in Cincinnati for the last 5 years, I probably used it less than 10 times. So not quite the juicer I used to be, But I had some grapes left over. Just like I said, I think I already told you that I had grapes. A lot of grapes. Then I got carrots. So as I was like cleaning the carrots, and I got organic carrots so I wouldn't have to, because if they're not organic, you're really supposed to peel the skin, the outside of them. But if they weren't organic, I probably wouldn't do it either. But I had that and a cucumber. The cucumber like just adds to the water content of it, and because of the grapes, it's gonna be really sweet. So the cucumber also helps to kind of calm that down. But with the carrots, it made me think of like when I was little. Let's say like 4, 5, 6, all of those ages. My daddy used to go to the health food store, and he would get juiced, like carrot juice. He would get the fresh carrot juice. And so I remember how, I developed a taste for it. Because I can't say like, oh, it's just delicious. It's not bad, but it's not like delicious. But I would like drink whole bottles of it. And you know that stuff was not cheap. Like, it's cheaper than it was today probably. But really no, because not as many people were drinking it, right? So yeah, and this was like fresh squeezed there. It wasn't like big production where now places squeeze it or whatever, or big companies have gotten on to, yeah, we squeeze, this is carrot juice and we're shipping it to this store, that store. No, it was a small little store that they were doing it there. And so I would drink up the whole bottle, and and I was encouraged to drink it. Like, people liked when I drank, like they're like, look at her, she's drinking this. So just the thought of that, like, you can develop a taste for anything. I would say it's probably like how people develop a taste for beer. I don't drink beer, and I've never developed a taste for it, but I can't for the life of me think that people would actually believe that beer tastes good. So it just has to be that they developed a taste for it over time. And so I just feel like I've developed a taste for like carrot juices and stuff like that. And so if you can't take it without it being like super sweet, I feel like eventually you will, because of how it makes your body feel and just becoming accustomed to it. And that's a good reminder for me with tea too. And my daddy, he still is like a big tea person. He always had tea. He always has like the honeycomb, like the what is it called? Yeah, the comb, the honey right on the comb. Like, he would buy the comb. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. But I'm thinking like I could develop a taste for tea, for bitter teas, without the Splenda and stuff like that, just by repetition, because I've done it before. Why did I ever stop juicing? It tastes so good, so good. And if I didn't have that cucumber, I ended up using the whole cucumber. It was like a large cucumber. It was English cucumber. It would have been too sweet. It really could have used another cucumber. I better get back to juicing. I need to go to Aldi's. I'm not, I can't commit to organic juicing, but I can commit to going to Aldi's and spending $20-$30 and having juice for the week. I can do that. Now I have to decide I'm going to drink all of this before my run or after. I'm just going to cry. It's so, I don't even know if it's cold. It's not. It's not important, because I signed up for the Flying Pig here in Cincinnati. It's a 5K. They have a marathon, half marathon, 10K, 5K. Last year I did the 5K, and I did a video about me returning to running after my ACL surgery. But I'm gonna be doing it again this year, and we're like 45 days away. I'm on a training schedule. I looked at what my pace was. My pace was 12 minutes per mile. I had a 12-minute mile pace for that run, so I want to be faster than that. I want my finishing time to be faster, and I also have other goals as far as, I do want to fast tomorrow, And so I have to lift on certain days. Like I lifted today. The days that I lift heavy leg days, or my leg days, I eat on those days. My upper body days, I don't mind as much like not eating. So it's like it has to get done today, or it will have me fall behind on that training, or have to compromise some other part of my goal, some other goal. So, whew. So I finished it. It's week 3, day 1, 9 minutes of running, and total was 25. I knew it felt shorter, but it's shorter because I had like 3-minute runs in there, versus the first 2 weeks it's like minute and a half. They bumped it up to 3 minutes of running at a time this week. Let me take this stuff off. I got on 3, and then I got on 3 shirts, and here come the lady next door lying. But it's okay. She gonna say, it's too cold out here. I said, I gotta do it, I ain't gonna do it. She said, but you looking good though. I said, thank you, but I've been looking the same for 2-3 years, and I'm tired of it. With that being said, I'm tired of it. Now she may be thinking, because she may, yeah, when I first moved here, yeah, I lost 40-50 pounds from then, but maybe for the last 2-3 years I've been looking the same. But if you want to lie to me, go ahead. But what was I gonna say? And with that being said, a couple of things. So on my run, I was just thinking, right? And I was thinking about my juice. I was like, it was a little sweet. It could have been cut a little bit more. Why didn't you cut it a little bit more? Why didn't you get stuff to cut it a little bit more? Then I had to talk back to myself and say, yeah, I got celery. You just didn't put it in there. So I said, oh, when I get home, I'm gonna have to juice the celery before I wash this thing out, so that I can cut the other ones that I have, so they won't be as sweet, because that's a lot on my liver, because it's so much stuff to balance. Because there's one school of thought that be like, juicing, just juice fruit, vegetables. That all that sugar is still sugar. It's hard on your liver at one time, right? Is another school of thought. If I were to go to ChatGPT right now, it would give me evidence for both, right? So I got to make a decision on what makes the most sense for me, because it's also going to spike your blood sugar drinking all that at one time. So it really does need to be, for me, from my mind, for what makes sense to me, cut. I don't want it to be like that sweet, or we're kind of defeating the purpose. We may feel good about it, but it may not be the best on all fronts. Are you getting some nutrition? Yes. Did you take the fiber out of it by juicing it? Know that. That's why I really only juice things that I wouldn't eat. I'm not gonna eat carrots, unless I cook them or something, and I rarely do. So I juice them. I'm not going to eat cucumbers unless I put them in a salad. So I juice them. I don't eat celery unless I, again, sauteed it in something. So I juice it. The grapes, I do eat grapes, but I just had them left over. So typically I try not to juice things that I can eat whole, because I want the fiber. It's just like, again, so many schools of thought. It's hard to know what's the right thing to do, so you really have to find what's right for you. So with that being said, I went to the Good Feet store this weekend with hubby, and because he's old. No, I'm just kidding. He's only a year older than me, but probably not even that, like 6 months. Nonetheless, we went to that store, and why the man balls up my shoe, and this ain't even the shoe, but this is the same kind of shoe. Like, he gonna ball it up like this. Now my other one balled even more than that, but he's like, see, there's no support. There's literally no support in these shoes. And I'm like, who told him to ball my shoe up for his demonstration purposes? But fact of the matter still stands, that me, like, I like to walk barefoot, I work out barefoot, all that kind of stuff. And there is a school of thought that would say, yes, our ancestors walk barefoot. Walking barefoot helps you to strengthen those muscles, blah, blah, blah. But then there's them over on this side that are like, your arch is fall. My arch wasn't falling. We did the prints. My arch looks good, but I do have some pressure points. And you can even see as I bent this shoe, I guess I can show you all. It's a thing right here. I be wearing my shoes out, but it's a hole right here. So yeah, I do need some new shoes. So I did have some pressure points on some balls of my feet where I strike. So it's like, Barb, yeah, you undisputed. We just saw, but these are not my running shoes. I couldn't find them, but those are ran through as well. So we come to the, cannot dispute the fact that I need new shoes. But do I want them to be these same cloud, flat, no support, which I like, because it's really like running barefoot. I like that. Or do I want to get some more support, because I'm making this decision at my age, but when I looked across from me at the Good Feet store, it's people that's, you know, they looked about 80 plus, and they feet, they walking, everything, they looking bad, right? No offense. No offense. But I'm like, okay, so how do I hedge my bets so that I don't have to be in that predicament? Because our ancestors didn't live to 80. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what they foot would have done. But we also know that they probably did wear cushion on their feet. Those people that I was looking at, they probably wore thick-soled shoes their whole life. I don't know. Now the one woman, she had a big bunion. Let me get out of her business. But she may have wore heels. I don't know. I don't know their story. But I'm trying to hedge bets with the juicing, with the, do you eat meat, do you don't eat meat, do you eat a lot of protein, do you limit your protein, do you track calories, do you work, do you run, do you lift weights? Baby, all we doing is hedging bets, because you can literally go on Google, chat GPT, and they will all have a different answer for you on what you should do, on what is going to be best. And I'm just hedging my bets. It's complicated. And with that being said, I don't know what kind of shoes I'm gonna get. And I see all the other girls, like as far as now that I'm doing the Black Girls Run and being around other people, yeah, they have, I looked very out of place. Like I had my shoes, like I had these shoes on, and they had they sporty shoes. They had their Asics, is Saucony, is that one of them? You know, just those runner things, not Nike, not Reebok, but you know, Asics, Saucony, something like that, like something that's those names. And I'm like, do I need that? Am I doing my feet a disservice by not having that cushion, even though I don't feel like I need cushion? And because the Good Feet store man, he didn't like me, that's why he bought my shoe, because he's like, so what's going on, what's wrong? And I was like, I really don't have no issues. My back don't hurt, my feet don't hurt. I'm just, you know, tagging along. So that's why he felt the need to ball up my shoe in his demonstration, because he's a hater, because he's mad because I said my feet don't hurt. And he like, oh, you big, your feet gotta hurt. You big, your feet little as ever. And so your feet gotta hurt. My feet don't hurt. Now what? But are they gonna in the future? I have no way of knowing that. And I can't take his word for it. He believes a lot of things I probably don't believe. Just through the conversation. You're not my kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? It's a confusing world. We just gotta do our best. We gotta do our best to and take it all lightly, knowing that you're not gonna always make the right decision. And like literally there's so many examples of that. Like I could go on and on with the examples. Don't let me get into oil pulling for your teeth and fluoride. Don't let me get into polyesters, rayon, or linen and cotton and wool, and the differences. Don't let me get into forever chemicals. It's so much. Did y'all hear about, did I talk to y'all about the benzoyl peroxide? I think I did. About panoxyl and what's that other one called? Proactive, and all of those. The ingredient benzoyl peroxide that's in those. Look it up. Hedging bets. That's it. This is, I did cucumber, and I got about a little over 8 ounces of juice. I put my other ones that I had in this, and it kind of separated while I was on my run. So I got the extra one because now I'll likely be able to fill 3 jars. Yeah, you know, it's not like sweet like I'm drinking, for lack of a better word, juice, but it's like I like it. Like, I want to feel like I'm doing right. I don't feel like I'm doing wrong. That makes sense. I want to feel like it's just enough sweetness that it's like, okay, it's not nasty, but I don't want to like so sweet that I know my blood sugar is spiking. I want it cut. And that celery, it did it. And you saw the cup I had earlier, and now I have these 3 cups. Those are 8-ounce containers. So I could see a world where I just did that. Now tomorrow I'm fasting, so I'm gonna drink those. But I don't like to. I really do like to juice the day of, or either drink it the next day. You know, the longer it's out, the less nutrients it has, or so they say. So I'm gonna drink those today, just when I feel like it, or when it's a meal time. I'm gonna call it, it's 2:32. I'm gonna call it good on lunch because I feel like I've been sipping and I'm not hungry right now. So I'll just go back to cleaning up. Glad I got the workout out the way. You know what? I need to take a shower. I need to wash my face. And then I will get to the rest of it. Literally the same thing as earlier, but I ground some ground chicken. I cooked some ground chicken because I ate all the chicken thigh that went with it. And that's what it is. I unwrapped it so I can show you. About to eat it. I think I'm gonna grab one of my little 8-ounce juices that I made. Fasting tomorrow, it feels like this need to get everything in today, and that's just not true. There's a day after tomorrow as well, so I need to chill. The juices, I am gonna drink one today because that's gonna mentally be on my head like, you didn't get all the nutrients because you let it sit there for a day. I'm choking because I was trying to scarf down the bite that I took before I start talking to y'all. And this pico de gallo is a little spicy. That's all I gotta say. Alright. Hey, so I'm here while my pancake is cooking because I am gonna have a pancake. And I was just thinking, like, if you don't work, like, if you're not at home and you can just like make a random pancake, you know, you could use the protein pancake mix to make like muffins. Just put it in a muffin pan or tin, whatever you call it, and then you just cook them and you got them ready to go. Now I don't want all of them sitting around because I'll be eating them, but it would be better than eating, you know, cakes or something like that, or cupcakes or whatever. Yeah, and it has 15 grams of protein. So right now my dog is looking for me. She just went upstairs. I ain't up there. That was it. Hi. So
I'm fasting. I'm sitting in a hammock. And and that's basically it. I was gonna make a full fasting video, but I'm like, I'm just gonna keep it in this video that I'm doing because I just didn't really feel like, you know, a full like conversation today. Like I said, I haven't fasted for 36 hours in a while, so at this point right now, I'm about, what is it? I can't reach my phone. I'm about 18 or 19 hours fasted, you know, and it's crazy how on a regular day, if I hadn't decided to fast, I would be like struggling to go 3 hours, you know. So I just really got to figure that out, like, and I feel like since my last, I've only fasted for 36 hours once this year. So I feel like I gave it some time without fasting to see if that was the issue. And also, I can also look at the body of work of like, you know, 3 decades plus of eating, that fasting might not be the issue because this issue precedes that. So I've always been, you know, always had that, always overeaten. So I don't know if I can blame it on fasting at all. But yeah, I do feel like as far as tools, this is one that is useful for me, especially with my tendency to overeat. So to have a break from food, to kind of create that deficit, you kind of have to. So there's like a people, you know, there's a school of thought of, you know, just eat sensibly and just eat in moderation and that kind of thing. But I have to deal with the cards that I'm dealt, like the me that I am, not the me that I feel like to be, you know? So that's the me I am. And so what can I do to help her be successful? It's like if you had a learning disorder or what is it called? Dyslexia or something like that. Like, what tools can I give myself so that I can be successful? Not so the average person who doesn't have, you know, an issue paying attention or, you know, those kinds of things. It's not about what they can do. I'm living in this body, so I have to do what's best for me with the things that I know to be true about myself. So I'm just gonna lay out here and look at the trees. You wanna see them? So if you're on my Instagram and you ever see, like, I do a picture like this where I put my foot up and take the picture, it's just me sitting in this hammock and I take a picture. That is it. That is all for now. Good morning. I thought I was gonna be 36 hours fasted. I gotta wait till 8. I'm 34 hours and 36 minutes fasted. I made it. Now, I almost didn't make it. Last time y'all saw me, I was in my hammock, or laying in my hammock, yeah. Then, as I'm laying there, you know, looking at the trees, vibing out, backstory, my husband was going on a 3-day work trip. So he had left to go on his 3-day work trip. I love to fast when he's gone. It's just like much easier to fast when he's not here. So I was just buckled in to my fast, right? The door opens. Someone's coming outside. I'm like, okay, one of the kids, what do they want during my relaxation time? But, you know, come on, I'm open to visitors. It's him. Done came back home. Love him, happy to see him. Glad he's not getting on a plane, because every time he goes somewhere, it's a risk. You feel me? I don't know, life is short and it's uncertain. So I'm good with him being at the house. But what I'm not good with what I struggle with, anybody who knows me knows this, I struggle with like people changing. If I think I have a plan, or I think something's gonna go a certain way, then I'll be like, flabbergasted. Like, so I'm not gonna have the night I thought I was gonna have. It looks different, even if it's a good different. I just get stressed. So I was like, now I'm about to eat. I'm about to eat because this is just too much to bear. Even though it wasn't nothing, but any excuse. But he was like, no, don't worry about it. Just do what you was doing, blah blah blah. Like I just went upstairs. We folded. Well, we went for a walk when we was having that conversation about whether I was gonna eat or not, and other things came up in the conversation of, he's talking about you would make good royalty, because I just don't. I'm just so particular. Like, I know it can seem like I'm fancy free and floaty, which I am fancy free. That's why I said I will make good royalty, because I like to do what I like to do. And I don't like to deviate from that. Yeah, so the day went different. Not bad, just different. And I realized I'm realizing over and over that I'm not as flexible as I thought I was. And the way he was explaining is like, you're flexible with yourself, you're just not that flexible with other people. And that's very true. I'm not flexible with other people. That's probably why I've made this decision to be like, I'm gonna focus on connection, go where things are already happening, because I'm not flexible enough to be like, oh, we meeting somewhere with one person and then they don't show up. I'm irritated. I'm not flexible. I'm not. All right, I am. Why I never had this, I just be coming talking to y'all, I don't have it done. Okay, 36 hours and 38 minutes fasted. I'm gonna have, this is tuna, mixed greens. I kind of did like you would do a tuna. I put like a little bit of mayonnaise, honey mustard, relish on there, so it's kind of like tuna salad without like making it a sandwich or using crackers. And this is a protein shake with added spinach, so I'm getting greens in 2 different ways, and I'm breaking my fast. Cheers.